Good morning once again, and welcome to the Haven Financial Group radio show. We appreciate you listening this morning. Give us a call anytime, 612-504-8400. Visit us online at havenfinancialgroup.com. We have lots of things on our website, a community website. You can share things, all kinds of retirement tools, and then all of our classes that we teach in our education center, all of those that we teach out in the public, at colleges, at the libraries. Very big into education. Go to our website, a variety of different classes. We try to have fun with some of these topics. There's some of them are not the most exciting, but equally as important. So again, there's always materials provided, great information. What is the old saying? Education is the potential for power. It's what we do with it that truly matters. So again, we'd love to have you come in and visit with us. We talk weekly about, setting up an appointment, retirement readiness review, call it whatever you want to. There is no cost. There is no obligation. You may be surprised on what you learn or just the conversation. Just this past week, I was sitting with a couple that came out to a class. They came in and visited with Mitch, discussed Social Security, and they wanted to take planning to the next stage because we have a process, one being discovery, and then coming into developing a strategy, some sort of implementation, and then monitoring and adjusting ongoing every single year, every single quarter. Nobody had sat down with them before. And they go, we've always been leery about coming in. We're kind of embarrassed. They had nothing to be embarrassed about. They go, we're not very savvy. They actually were more savvy than they gave themselves credit for, actually. But when we got done with it, they go, wow, this was actually way better than we anticipated. We didn't feel rushed. You didn't make us feel overwhelmed. They go, this was more uplifting than we thought, and now we're on to the next stage. And they go, we do need help. And they ask for help, and that's what we do. And that's why I've been in this business so long, and it's why I love what I do and why we love what we do. And there is a passion there, and it's genuine. We're not perfect for everybody. We know that, but it may surprise you. We just love to visit. And again, we appreciate you listening this morning as well.
612-504-8400. We're talking about staying retired even during these tumultuous economic times. Right now, we want to talk about having an emergency fund and then your ability to replenish it if you need it, which really is the key, Larry. I mean, I think it's tough enough, and I think everybody pretty much understands why you need an emergency fund, really at any stage in your life, and certainly in your retirement years. But when you're in your 40s and you have to dip into your emergency fund, the good news is there's more paychecks yet coming, and the money just keeps rolling in. When you're in your late 60s and early 70s and the roof goes bad and you've got to put a new roof on the house and you've got to dip into that emergency fund, the question becomes, how do I replenish that?
Well, first of all, emergency fund, no matter what age, it's important. There's always unexpected expenses. We know that. You said it, the roof, it could be it could be anything, the grandkids' birthdays, you name it. So that emergency fund as a benchmark, and I've said it before, for a retired couple, we like to see 50 to 100,000 in a liquid position, whether that's checking, savings, money markets, high yield savings accounts, CDs, whatever it is, 50 to 100 grand. And listeners right now, somebody's wondering, well, why so much? Because you need options, okay? You want options. The market's down. You need to tap into it. I can tell you, unfortunately, most don't have 10 to 15,000 liquid and everything at risk in the stock market. And that is not a good recipe to go into retirement, but I see it all the time. Why is that? So 50 to 100 grand. Yeah, but life happens. And then all of a sudden, health. I had a couple of mine that was in this week. They were in town. They been with me for several years. They're still with us. And they moved to Michigan. They retired. They both retired here, I think, 2 years ago from, I think it was Thomson Reuters, both of them. No, West Publishing, which is one and the same, actually. And they moved but get close to family, which a lot of times people do in Michigan. And they were in town, and they both had back surgery last year. They had unexpected expenses. We had this conversation that you and I were talking about right now. They had to tap into their emergency fund. Well, how does one replenish that? There's a variety of ways we're going to have this discussion. One is maybe you make some adjustments to the portfolio. However, we're going to be very cautious with this because oftentimes if you're trying to generate more income from your portfolio to replenish the emergency fund, it could carry more risk. And working with those that are getting close to retirement, we want to be more risk aware and have an understanding of what that means. And maybe that isn't the right approach. Maybe it is, but that's a conversation. Maybe you have
Hmm.
some surprise windfalls. Maybe you got a tax refund. Well, maybe that goes into your emergency fund. Maybe you got an inheritance. I got a couple this week. Unfortunately, they lost the mom, and it wasn't a lot, but in their case, it was enough to replenish their savings account.
Hmm.
Maybe you got an unexpected bonus. Maybe that's what can do it. Whatever it possibly is. Again, maybe every fourth quarter and weekly we talk about potentially tax planning, and this is another way that you can actually replenish that emergency fund. Fourth quarter, we're going to have a discussion. We sit down with all our clients. What does income look like for this year? Okay. Based upon that, we have maybe X amount of dollars to fill up the 12% ordinary income tax bracket. Why? We want to make sure we max that out because 12% is lower than it's ever going to be in the future. And in 3 years, it's probably going to be higher. So then we talk about, okay, maybe an IRA to Roth conversion is the right decision. Well, yes, maybe, but maybe replenishing the emergency fund by taking an IRA distribution, paying the 12%, and putting it into your savings account. It's a very effective way. The problem is, again, if you don't have a partner that you can have these discussions, I bring Lance in and we punch numbers. And based upon your income for the year, you have, say, 25,000. Okay, let's take a distribution, 25 into your savings. Bingo. Maybe you got the savings back to where you want it.
Sure, absolutely. So we've talked about a few with the, looking at reallocating investments or possibly utilizing windfalls. Expense negotiation. Now, this is one that nobody wants to hear from you, Larry, when you say it. I feel confident. But the fact of the matter is sometimes when we have to replenish that emergency fund, it means sacrificing somewhere else to make sure that comfort level can stay pretty high.
Right. And a lot of times people don't think of this. I always say a lot of companies take care of the loyal ones and they give all the deals to the new customers. Well,
Hmm.
I think we should take care of the most loyal ones as well. And maybe picking up the phone and negotiate with some of these service providers that you've had for a long time. I'm all about loyalty. And my wife would probably say loyal to a fault. Maybe that's because I come from small town. I don't know. But maybe the utility companies will negotiate with you.
Hmm.
Shop out that insurance. Hey, let's face it, insurance premiums across the board have gone up astronomically. Maybe you haven't shopped that out in a few years. Maybe that's a good place to start. Maybe it's a cell phone provider, any recurring expenses, and how many different memberships to all these TV stations or whatever to watch
All
every
these
single
streaming,
sport.
the
Yeah, the
streaming,
streaming.
yes.
My goodness, I get my credit card. I'm like, I didn't know I had that many streaming. No, they might only be $6.99, $8.99, but they all add up. So
Yes,
maybe
they
that's a
do.
good place to start. Maybe that word, the word budget, you kind of avoided that your whole life. Maybe that's a good place to start finding out, okay, where are we spending this money? Uh, in retirement, you got to have some purpose.
Yeah.
Oftentimes I hear people go, you know what? I got so bored. Well, this week, he goes, Larry, I took a part-time job down at Home Depot. I got my orange skirt on. And you know what's kind of fun working a few hours every week, or Menards, or at the golf course. So maybe just getting a part-time job. I have clients
Mhm.
that do consulting. So they retired, but they held on to kind of a part-time consultant position and got a little income coming in. It helps the numbers. It helps the budget. Maybe it's selling unnecessary assets. Just this week, I was driving in, and it was on the radio actually, and they were talking about different things you can do to get the junk out of the house. Well, maybe there's some things that you don't even know that are valuable that you can sell. I mean, I'm not much of a social media. I'm not a social media person at all, really. The company is for good reason, but my wife sells things and people buy them. I guess
Yeah,
I don't know what's the phrase. Your junk is somebody else's treasure, or something
that's
like that.
right.
So,
That's exactly right.
so again, there's a variety of things you can do, but
Yep.
one that you would expect me to say is seek some sort of financial help or assistance.
Right.
Even if you have to interview two or three, it's okay. It's okay. there's got to be compatibility. A lot of times in our industry, they can be a little stuffy. There can be some arrogance. Oftentimes, I've heard over the years with some advisors, and I like when folks come in and they say it's so comfortable here. We feel so at home. It's so fun. It's so busy. These are the things that make me very happy. And I don't like when I hear what I heard last week. Larry, we're afraid to call our guy because he makes us feel bad and guilty every time we talk to him. That is a
Yeah.
terrible
Ugh.
relationship, one that should probably be broke up. But I hear it way too
Mhm.
often, and that's really sad, unnecessary, and people owe it to themselves to get more out of the relationship than they're getting. But first of all, you have to have a partnership or a relationship.
Absolutely. And it's never, never too early to get started. 612-504-8400. That's how you reach the folks at Haven Financial Group. You can also go to their website. It's havenfinancialgroup.com. Be sure to check out some of those upcoming educational seminars. They're on the website. They are open to anyone and everyone, but they do like a head count and they fill up very quickly. All right, when we come back, let's talk about some of the pitfalls that we want to help you avoid when it comes to retirement. This is the Haven Financial Group Radio Show.